Hey everybody, welcome to Candy Coated Conversations with your girl Candace here. Joined up here on the stage with me is my co-host Tamika Heavy on the Scott. How you doing tonight, Tamika?
Hi, Candy. I'm good. How are you?
Look, girl, I'm good today. Very nice and relaxed. I want to start the show off. I want to give everybody an update. Keep her and her daughter in y'all thoughts and prayers. Coco Drips, look, she's stranded in Baltimore. She's stranded in Bmore. She trying to get out. Something happened with the plane, thankfully, but she thought that she would be home this evening, early evening, and she's being delayed. So just a shout out for traveling grace for Coco and Riley.
Yes, Coco.
Yeah, I think she may be tuning in from the airport, y'all. But yeah, pray for my girl. Hey, early birds. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Babs. How you ladies doing this evening?
Hey, Miss Sharon. Hey, Mrs. Babs.
Yes. So we're gonna get right into it, you guys. Tuesday's trending topics. Y'all know we got lots to talk about anyway. So if anybody wants to join and give their opinion, the link is pinned at the top. So feel free. But and I did want to let you guys know, as I was going back and looking at all the trending topics for the day, some places have updates. So if you hear me swivel back to something, it's only because another page has an update or something like that. So I noticed a lot of that going on. So, I always start off at the shade room. So let's see what's going on over here, you guys. And once again, I hope you guys had a great day today. It's not yet Wednesday, but hey. Okay, so we're gonna start just whatever may come. So, who is Trump's VP pick? JD Vance. Throwback clips reveal he was once a never Trumper. Oh, really? See how they quickly change.
Damn, that fast. Hey, Voracious. Welcome.
Wow. He says he never liked Trump, but yet here he is, Trump's VP. Mm, that's weird. I don't even know how you would even show your face to even be the VP. Look,
Oh, we don't see your screen, Candy.
oh, I'm just talking. Hey, MEP. Who else came in here? Hey, Voracious One.
Miss Sharon, I don't have I didn't receive a package yet.
Okay, look at this, you guys.
Different president than he was a candidate. As a candidate, he was fundamentally divisive, arrogant. I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place. He's leading our political discourse to a very negative place. If Trump is elected president, he has to be a much different president than he was.
This is Trump's VP speaking about Trump.
Arrogant. I can't stomach Trump. I think that he
about Donald Trump. You said I'm a never Trump guy. Never liked him. Terrible candidate. Idiot if you voted for him. Might be America's Hitler. Might be a cynical a-hole. Cultural heroine. Noxious and reprehensible. Those are things that the left is going to come after you, and they're probably going to be put in ads should you be chosen as the VP pick. How do you deal with them now?
Yeah, well, I think the simple answer is you've got to respect the American people enough to just level with them. Look, I was wrong about Donald Trump. I didn't think he was going to be a good president, Brett. He was a great president, and it's one of the reasons why I'm working so hard to make sure he gets a second term. I think you should. When you're wrong about something, you should change your mind and be honest with people about that fact. And I actually think, again, what
when they dangle enough money in front of you.
run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made. And so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. And how does it make any sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it? What he's saying is that we're effectively
Now
run in
he's
this
targeting you if you don't have children. States he once expressed his admiration for President Obama and critiqued the Republican Party
country via the Democrats, via our.
You write about adverse childhood consequences.
Sure.
That some kids suffer.
Yep.
In growing up. Being sworn at, insulted, or humiliated by your parents.
Sure. Check.
Being pushed, grabbed, or having something thrown at you.
Check.
Having parents who are separated or divorced.
Check.
Living with an alcoholic or a drug user.
Check.
Living with someone who is depressed or attempted suicide.
Check.
Watching a loved one be physically abused.
Check.
You're batting 1,000.
Yeah.
Got to decide.
Now, look, they might need to have him checked a little bit further, because first you flip-flopping on your views about Trump, but you decide to be his running mate. And look, and I don't mean to sound nasty to people that have gone through this, but look, I want everybody to have a strict check, because you had a long list of things that have happened to you in your life, in your childhood, that molded you. And look, it's just like these crazy dang cops out here. I think they all need an extra level of searching to see what they're really about. Thank you for the super chat, Tita. Hey, Tita. So this is the VP, you guys.
Hey, Tita. Hey, Katina.
What did he go out there and find something and say, who hated me the worst and had a lot to say it to me? I want you to be my running mate. Hey, Katina. Because that's what sounds like it's happened. Now, let's get to this. It says Representative Andy Ogles files articles of impeachment against VP Kamala Harris. Oh, they trying to get this black woman out of here. And look, I thought about this. Look, let me read this, and then I want to get y'all's opinion on something real quick. So
Hey,
it says,
Coco.
hey, Coco. So it says, after days of historic moments and many endorsements, Vice President Kamala Harris has been hit with the articles of impeachment. As filed by Tennessee Republican Representative Andy Ogles, he claims Harris is guilty of high crimes and misdemeanors. Ogles calls on several points in the filing. He attacks Harris's work on immigration and the border. In the second article, he accuses the vice president of covering up President Biden's health status. An excerpt from the impeachment filing reads, Kamala Devi Harris has knowingly misled the people of the United States and the Congress of the United States, principally to I don't know this word, I'm stumbling over it, obfuscate, there we go, had to sound it out, obfuscate the physical and cognitive well-being of the President of the United States, Joe Biden. The representative simultaneously called on the VP to invoke the 25th Amendment, which will replace Biden as president, transferring the title and the duties of the job to VP Kamala Harris. So they are working hard. They are seen in mere, what has it been, 2 days, you guys? Biden stepped down on Sunday? So they are seeing the support that she is getting. Now, let me try to find this story. You guys know that she had a phone call with like 40,000 women on it. Well, she also had one. I'm trying to see if it's on the Shade Room or did I see it on another one. Well, she had a phone call with black men. Within 13 minutes, those black men had donated $130,000 to her in 13 minutes. By the end of the call, 1 point, here it is, I think this is it. 1.3 million. 40,000. She had a call with 40,000 black men on a call as well, and they donated 1.3 million. And as of today, she has raised the most money they stated in history for the campaign funds.
Hey, Venus.
Hey, Venus. So, she definitely has some support behind her. So congratulations. Because look, just like we talked yesterday, you guys, honestly, we don't have any choice but to root for this woman and hope she wins. Yes, we have to root for her. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go down. We got some sad stuff to talk about too, you guys. And here's something, look, we spoke on her yesterday too. LP came through, and I think she's the one that brought up Fani Willis. It says a letter from DA Fani Willis pushes YFN Lucci closer to an early prison release. So hopefully it's for something good, not just flexing that you're the DA, it says YFN Lucci is steps closer to an early release after a letter of support from District Attorney Fani Willis. In her letter to the State Board of Pardons and Paroles, Willis says the state does not object to the defendant Rashawn Bennett being released. In her letter, she also adds that her recommendation is only valid with the continued good behavior of YFN Lucci. Y'all may or may not. I honestly, the only thing I know of this guy, I don't know his music or anything like that. But I just know Reginae was dating him when he got locked up. Reginae Carter, Lil Wayne's daughter. That's the only thing I know about the guy. I don't know his music or anything like that. Now we are gonna get to this story here, you guys, and
Digger.
I've been seeing. Hey, Cat Eyes. Hey, Gold Digger. What's MVP talking about? MVP said we have LeBron in our midst. We just have to convince her to move forward. Who are you talking about? Put in the chat, MVP. Are you talking about Kamala? Oh, and this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Your opinion. Now, you know when Barack was running for office, right? A lot of people, and white people, really got on board with him because they're like, oh, well, he's black, he's mixed race, he's black, but he does have a white parent. He was raised by white people. You know that played heavily on white people accepting him and giving him a chance. We didn't have no look, let me find what's a black man? We didn't have no man going up there looking straight black like Denzel or Danny Glover up there. You know, we had this man who basically tells his story of kind of being a little, I would say, abandoned by his birth father, but the white side of his family raised him to be the man that he is. Y'all do know that played a part in Barack getting into office. Y'all know that, right? So now I have the question of Kamala her mother is Indian. Do you think it's going to make a difference being that it's not white? Like literally she's two minorities. And it may sound like a crazy question, but I don't really think it is because I know that played a part in it. All we ever saw, I mean, they dug up some pictures of Barack's daddy, but for the most part, the entire campaign, he showed them pictures of him and his white mom on the beach, you know, his white grandparents, you know, so that literally set white people at ease. Now, Venus says, and this is a good point, Venus says she doesn't identify as black. Kamala doesn't, and she doesn't have to. And I definitely agree. She does not have to. You know, if she wants to say her mixed race and things like that, of course that's her right. Nobody can tell a mixed race person who or how they should identify. You know, it's definitely up to them. But I'm wondering, being that it's two minorities that, you know, created her, will that be a difference? I don't think we have much of a, you know, chance to do anything else. That's why I said we have to work with who we have, and who we have is her. Hey, Tita, welcome to the stage. What do you think about this, girl?
Hey, sisters. Hey, everybody in the chat. There was something wrong with my doggone keyboard where I couldn't even type in the chat. I'm like, all I can do is a super chat. But anyway, I'm on the stage now. But hey.
No, but what's your opinion on what I just asked about? Do you think it makes a difference, or nobody cares?
No, I agree with you that it played a big part in them doing the research on his parents or whatever.
Oh yeah, they felt like he was safe. Yes, right. It made them feel safe. Okay, grew up around white people. He's, you know, that's who raised him. That's who molded him. You know, that played a part in it. So look, I ain't trying to be racist or anything like that, but these are questions that are going to come up and people are going to think about. So look, I'm bringing it to the table from the start. So, we're definitely going to get back, but Katina sent me this story, which I have been seeing, and look, I've been shying away from stuff like this, but when we have to address it, we definitely have to address it. So, let me find the perfect one. I'm just gonna go to what Katina sent me. Just a second, guys. She sent me so many good stories, but ooh, another story I gotta go into too. So, where's that picture? I could have sworn you sent that to me too, Katina. No? I'm trying to find the story of the young woman who was powed in her home. Yet again, here we go with the nonsense. She was calling for help. And
I
instead
think
of
I
help,
sent it to you, Candy.
now
let me-
here's one part. Here we go. This is what her
Tragic story of a woman killed by a sheriff's deputy after she called 911 asking for help. Now, the body cam footage, we showed it to you earlier, shows the encounter between 36-year-old Sonya Massey and Deputy Sean Grayson in Springfield, Illinois. The mother of two had called 911 to report a suspected prowler outside her home earlier this month. Grayson has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. Joining us now is Sonya's father. His name is James Wilburn, along with civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who is representing the family. Good morning to you both. I want to start with you, Mr. Wilburn, because this video that we saw earlier was heartbreaking to those of us who didn't even know Sonya. I cannot imagine what it is like for you to have known your daughter the way that you did. And I know when these stories happen, it's just another story in the news. But for you, I always say the victim was somebody's everything. So before we get into the details of the case, please tell us what she was like and what you're missing most about her. Who was she?
She was one of my 4 daughters. I don't think that looking at that tape with my old heart from before 2022, I had quadruple heart bypass surgery and I suffered from congestive heart failure. But I don't think my old heart could have taken this.
You know, I'm hearing that you were told conflicting stories. What were you told, the circumstances of this shooting?
Well, I was never told that it was a deputy-involved shooting. We were under the impression that she was killed by the intruder or some other person from the street or something, and they just went in there and found her dead body. I did not find out that the deputies killed her until my brother asked for Sonya's address, and I gave it to him. And he said, "Brother, this says deputies involved." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" But we were all misled to believe that. And then there was a story that this was self-inflicted, a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Oh my goodness.
So I think the cover-up started from just right after it happened.
immediately.
Thank God for the body camera footage. It's probably the most horrible and heart-wrenching thing that we've ever seen in our lives. But if it were not for the body cam footage, we would not have known that this occurred.
Yes, I say thank goodness too for that body cam footage, because we in the video it clearly shows she was not approaching him with steaming hot water, number one, which is what he said at the beginning. When he was asked about the gun, clearly there was no gun. She had said to the officer, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," which seemed to set him off. What do you think she meant? What does that mean? What was going on that you think that she would say those words to him?
Don't say nothing.
I think that she feared for her life. There was some premonition that she had And it seems like he was just an emissary of Satan. And that's what caused him to do what he did. It's just unexplainable.
Yeah.
Attorney Crump, it's Vlad here. I want to ask you about the reports that Officer Grayson was now working at his 6th police department in just under 4 years. What have you learned about that? And to the point that Mr. Wilburn is making and that Gail was just talking about, what does it say to you that the first thing that we hear Officer Grayson say after he has killed Sonya is, she was coming at me with boiling water?
You know, it's just no justification, no matter what he tries to say. We see this video with our own eyes. And Vlad, this is one of the worst videos of a police shooting ever. I mean, he did not have to shoot her. And you see him, even though he's trying to say he wasn't going to have this boiling water get to him, he actually walks around the counter and engages to get a better shot. And that's what the state attorney's investigation found, that he actually engaged her. He could have done so many things to not shoot her in the face. He could have backed up. He could have used taser. I mean, it was the size difference. Vlad and Gail, he's over two times as big as her. She's 5'1", 110 pounds. He's like 6'5", 260 pounds. It's just senseless and god awful.
Mr. Crump, it's Tony DeCopel. We've talked to you on numerous occasions in cases like this. There have been others as well. And yet you're right, this is a particularly shocking video. What do you think the larger issue is? Why do we keep having these conversations? Why do we keep seeing these videos?
We certainly think it's the implicit bias that permeates in American society now. And when we think about what's going on with the presidential politics in 2020, it was the...
Okay, I'm going to stop that there. But what an asinine question to even ask. No, we keep seeing these stories because no one does anything about it when it happens. You know, no one does anything about a Sandra Bland, or what's the young lady in Kentucky who, you know, wasn't she an officer? Exactly. He wanted to do that, so he did it. Because Breonna Taylor, yes. And many, many more. That's why we keep seeing cases like this, because they know if I do it, I'll get away with it, you know? And that's why we keep seeing cases of this. There are no repercussions to them. And it's going to be even more so if Trump gets reelected. Because that's what he has in plan, is basically to, you know, not have them accountable for anything they do.
Well, Candy, the way I see it, just like when they rushed the White House and all that, then after that, George Floyd got killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then he just got the fake assassination attempt. Now they out there trying to prove that they're supporting whatever Trump's saying. This is how these racist cops think when Trump excite these riots and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he gets
you have
these
to look at the
segments
pattern every time
invigorated.
something happens. Yeah, every time something happens with him or close to the elections and all this other stuff, it's a whole lot of police brutality. It's a whole lot of racism. It's a whole lot of down here in the South hangings and stuff like that. So all of this is in play for this election. That's all this. It's gonna be a lot more. They just
coming through. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just trying to cover it up. The cover up that they tried in the attempt, but that cop that actually was trying to help her, that didn't sit right with him. Even though he should be locked up too, because he drawn this fucking gun also.
Are you talking about in regard to Massey?
Yes.
Okay, so I see something in the comments. So Sharon, are you saying that the actual shooter's body cam wasn't on, but his partner's was? Why wasn't his on?
Yeah, that's correct. Exactly. The partner is what basically got us this footage. When he was rambling around, when he told him, he said, I got my camera on. He's like, oh, fuck, or whatever. He tried to wrestle like he was finna cut his camera off, but I guess he had a second thought and he left it on. Cause that's what he was scrambling for, was to turn it off. But he like, fuck that. I'm not going down with you for that. That's why he tried to help her.
Oh, oh. Now I saw, let me find it, you guys, because there is another here. There is something else to where they had footage right after. Let me find it. Remember, I told you there was a lot of swiveling going on today. Okay, so it says discussing additional body cam footage shows how Deputy Sean Grayson referred to Sonya Massey after pow-powing her in the face. This effing B is crazy. So he was already trying to paint her a certain way.
I need cranks and put them around the house if you guys can. But other than that, that's I think it. Anything else suspect? Me. Oh, I didn't know what happened. Yeah, I'm good. This fucking bitch is crazy. He's got tape. I think I got a roll. I got something coming up.
Yeah. Let's see if we have anything else. He was already trying to paint. I want to know, why wasn't your cam on? Why was it not on?
I think Candy, he turned that camera off when he went back outside. Which one of them went back outside to look for the car and got that license plate of the car? Was it the one that had the cam on? Was it the one that shot her?
You know, I'm really delving into the story with you guys. Here's another view. Let's
White cooking mittens.
They slowed it down where he tried to lie.
Her hands are in the air. She grabs the silver pot with red and white cooking mittens. The pot. Her hands are in the air. She grabs the silver.
The story didn't make sense anyways, because you see there's a whole counter between that. Hot water wasn't getting to you. She was going to get more burnt up than you trying to throw it at you.
Exactly.
So that was a whole lie anyways. That water was going to harm her and burn her more than it ever would even reach you.
And another thing, Candy, the whole time, you see she ducked, right? But she also was on the phone with the damn dispatch or a counselor or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Where's the interview from these people? Because they had to hear everything because she was on the phone. She had the phone in her hand when she went over there to get the pot.
They better pull all of it. And what's so crazy, y'all, this is a 36-year-old young woman who, from my understanding, has 2 children.
Yep.
Who no longer have a mother. So let's see. Lots of celebrities are speaking out, but let me read this one. This is Solange speaks on Sonya Massey shooting. Her first words said, she said, were, "Don't hurt me." First words Sonya Massey said at her front door were, "Don't hurt me." She was told, "Why would we hurt you? You called us." When have those words meant anything when you're black and a woman in this country? When do those words protect you from being unalived in your kitchen, in your bedroom, with your babies, or on your lawn? What is reassurance in this place? Rest in power, Sonya Massey, and an abundance of love and power to Sonya's family on this journey.
I love Solange. Come through, get Jay-Z off the map too. All these devils.
Yeah, it's just a very, very sad situation. And you know, it's so sad when you're at a loss, because things like this happen so many times, and when have we ever received just a little bit of justice? Hey Gigi, hey Audra, when have we received a little bit of justice when something like this has ever happened? Can you think of a time, Tamika, Tita? Because I can't think of one time for any shooting, male or female, black male or female, where we have had any type of justice.
The only justice they tried to say that was served was George Floyd, but
But was
ain't
that when the family filed the suit? That was totally different. No, did that officer go to jail?
He went. I think he got a couple of years or something, but
Let
I
me
forgot what
research
it
real
was.
quick. Look,
Yeah,
hold it down. Let me research. Hold on.
yeah, and then another thing, y'all. Like with the Lord Jesus, I just forgot my train of thought. I'll come back to it. Where
It
you at?
happened.
Heavy. Hey,
I'm
Beth.
here. I'm
Hey,
here.
Audra. Hey, Cat Ass. Hey, Sharon. Katina. Voracious
Okay, so he
one.
was convicted. Let
Yeah.
me see. So his name is Derek Chauvin, if I'm saying it correctly. He did, and actually he was stabbed in prison, not stabbed, unalive, but he
Mm-hmm.
was poked in there. Let me see.
Oh, this one ain't gonna make it.
Okay, so he did get a sentence of 21 year federal sentence for violating Floyd's civil rights, and a 22.5 year state sentence for second degree unaliving. So, okay, so this is the only case
That one
we have
and
seen some
that one
justice
and
that
Mike
I know of.
Brown too. I think Mike Brown too. But they
Okay, let me check
only
Mike
gave
Brown.
him a few years.
Let me check Mike Brown.
And his anniversary is next month. This is crazy. That's why I said this happens every year. I mean, every election time around this time. Like it's a pattern, y'all. Like y'all gotta open up y'all eyes and see that this every election time this shit is coming.
Mm-hmm. I'm just doing a quick little scan real quick. No, Mike Brown's killer got away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So George Floyd was the first then because
Mm-hmm.
Laquan McDonald his didn't get no time. Breonna Taylor still ain't got no time. Even the female cop that killed the man, well, pow the man in his apartment thinking it was hers. I think they only gave her 4 years. And
Yeah.
she
Slaps on the
like
wrist. Like, oh, you're not gonna get much, but
right.
we gotta give you a little. For her, we gotta give you a little something because that wasn't your apartment you was in. Hey, sip and talk. So yeah. Ugh. And this is so sad but true what Venus is saying. Venus is saying black women usually don't get justice for police brutality. I'm sorry if that makes some people mad. That's just what it is. And I mean, it shouldn't make anybody mad. We all know that's reality. That's the reality that we've always lived in. We've never received, what's that they say? What's that saying they say about black women being the least respected?
Malcolm X.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's
Most
true.
disrespected, neglected, and everything.
Yeah. No one cares. And this is not to be some black woman pity party, because we're far from that. We're a group of strong, independent, outspoken women over here. But so this is not to be but this is the reality of how a lot of black women have had to see ourselves and realize, okay, we have to do it for ourselves. And make no mistake about it, black women are out here doing it, education wise, careers, the whole 9 yards. We're taking care of ourselves because it's been a long time that we've known we kind of had to do it. Gold Digger says it's very scary out in these streets. I've been pulled over with my daughter. I've been pulled over by myself and pulled over with my husband, driving while black all 3 times, but told my license plate light was out. Mm-mm-mm. You got it, Katina. And if Trump wins, we as women are done. Yes, we are.
What did he even have a response to this?
No, and you
What
know
was that clown response?
who to which one? Because we got a lot of clowns, girl.
Trump to Massey.
Oh my! Now hold on. Okay, Audra just brought up this one. She said, "Don't forget the 5 officers in Memphis." And correct me if I'm wrong. The officers in Memphis, they were black, thinking they could be out there doing anything. Now they're gonna send their black asses to jail. I
Right,
don't
but
think that blue badge is gonna protect them. They're gonna find out that you're just black.
yeah, but that's why I think this partner of this of Grayson, I think that's why he didn't turn that camera off, because you see all 5 of them get what they got, you know what I'm saying? And then no, he didn't want to be part of it, but he's like I said, he should still be locked up also because he actually drew his gun and she was not a threat to neither one of them.
Ooh, okay. So let me. Okay, Gigi says, and Trump said he would pardon cops for all of this allegedly. MEP confirmed the same thing. It's in there. He says he's gonna do it, you guys. Trump says that he will give full immunity to all officers. And Cat Eyes, are you confirming that those black officers in Memphis are in jail? I believe they are. That's why I said I don't know why they would think they really thought that badge was gonna protect their black asses. That's not for you. That privilege is not for you. That's for these white cops out here. No, Gigi said, if a damn Cobra run, I'm voting for the Cobra. Gigi, I know you don't want to do it. I know you don't want to. Okay, Cat Eyes, no. Cat Eyes says she lives down there. So they black asses is in jail, as they should be. Thugs. So Gigi, we gotta change your mind. You gotta, if Kamala is who we have, you gotta vote for her. You got
No.
to. I implore you guys. You have to. Think of her as the Cobra. Then that's just fine as long as you vote for her. That you got. We cannot sit it out. I know that you guys
Especially
are
with
mad. I know you guys are upset, and I'm upset too. I wish that she honestly, I don't really want her running. I wish we had someone else. I really, really do, but we don't.
How can y'all say that in the same breath and try to promote people to say, yeah, go ahead and vote for it? Like, I mean, I don't know. What I'm saying is we have no other choice but to vote for her. Yeah, we could wish on the moon, stars, and the sun, but
Yep.
that's
But
she
this is
all
who
we
we have.
got.
Yeah, she is
She all
all
we
we
got,
got.
unless she want the devil. So it ain't no we go vote for the moon, stars, and the cow. No, she what we got.
We gotta work with her, y'all. We gotta work
We
with her.
gotta do what it do.
And let me see. I heard them mentioning that having her out, and I believe we just played it. No, I saw it elsewhere. So we won't have to. Hold on, I'm looking something up. They were saying something about the ageism and things like that, and this would put her. We've been doing a lot of talk about this, about how we want limits on the age. So we could get rid of that whole age factor. We could get rid of the age factor. She's 59, so hopefully, we don't have those type of issues to deal with. They don't have that to throw. And it's also good for us because how old is Trump? So she's 59. We talking about Biden getting old. Okay.
Right,
Donald
and that's
Trump.
what I was just about to say. So that'll put him out of the race also. Because
Exactly.
if y'all want to
He's
fight for,
78.
right,
He's
you want to
78
fight for
years
the
old.
people old, then shit, he already can't run. So
Exactly. So
don't make the rule just because y'all don't want Biden, like, for real.
right. He's 78 years old. We don't want his old ass either. How about that? Based on nothing. And the thing of it is, I feel like that just based on, say, if he had a good record, I might think that he was old. No, he's 78, it says. He just had a birthday last month, June 14th.
Crazy ass Gemini.
So, now that we have that out the way, let's see. Katina says, Yes, you got to. We got to. This is the worst election ever and very important. We come together. We have to.
We actually need a 1,000,000-person march now to get her in there and also get justice for Massey. Because this shit is ridiculous. And we gotta show up in the masses. We can't just say, oh, we gonna say on YouTube and all that stuff. We gotta find a solution to this shit, y'all, because it's very heartbreaking and distasteful that they will use this as how they run these elections. Like, this is crazy.
Oh yeah, they running these worse than death row records. Gold Digger said Trump already filing a complaint against Kamala because campaign funds were transferred to Harris for president. Now let's see what we have, because that's in the news too. I'm not surprised that he's making noise because, like I already stated, she's now the presidential candidate with the most donations ever.
He just hates
in literally 2 days. So here's somebody, I thought this was good to read too. It says, FYI, this is from someone, looks like Twitter, Isaac Hayes III, says, FYI to black men, black women are watching you try and tear down an overqualified black woman for trying to fulfill her purpose, break barriers, and accomplish her dreams. Your mothers, grandmothers, sisters, wives, and daughters would be ashamed seeing you act like this. You look small, insecure, and weak doing so. That is true. And honestly, I'm gonna put that for all men. If you act like especially if you're concentrating on it, the fact that she's a woman, that message can go to all men.
Well, we already done proved that we smarter than they asses anyway when it comes to a whole lot of shit. So they need to get this lady her props, her knowledge. Stop discrediting us sisters. We still don't have nobody standing up for us, period. And like, these men just sad. Like that Charleston White, like, I don't understand how ain't nobody just done bust his grill already.
Yeah, I saw something that he put out about her, and I'm not playing that at all. He's just too ignorant, and this is too serious just to have ignorance in the mix.
Right.
Now
So what
look
is
at
he
this.
gonna say
He's
now?
always already inciting. These are people already inciting violence.
Chance to save our country politically. I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved. It's the greatest experiment in the history of mankind. And if we come down to a civil war, I'm glad we got people like Schmitty and the Bikers for Trump on our side.
But my whole thing is, Candy,
Trump in Butler County's jail.
Go ahead, Tita.
How is they calling this a fucking experiment? We ain't no goddamn experiment.
Yeah, what is he talking about? Like, this is people's lives.
Right, you gotta
it's
look at the
definitely not an
words they
experiment.
choose. Like, this is all a fucking game to them.
Oh yeah, it is. They don't care. The people in charge who are supposed to care, they don't care. Look, Babs getting on you, Tita. Babs said, Tita, I'm a Gemini and I'm not crazy.
Well, if you in the body of that man, then you are. I'm sorry.
No, this is just stuff. This is just stuff that everybody needs to keep in mind. Remember what they did that January 6th. His supporters are unhinged. They are really unhinged. And so, we definitely have to be prepared. We have to be prepared. You guys, think about this, because it's really on my mind so heavy, because I'm just like, you know what? Okay, let me dial it back. Okay. This is, and tell me if you guys understand where I'm coming from, because I had the very same thoughts. Do you remember when Obama was elected? I was so scared for him. I was so scared for him. You know how they get out when they, have the ceremony and they're walking through the street and everything like that? I was so scared for him, you guys. That somebody will try to assassinate him because they were that hateful and didn't want to see that black man be president. And now, honestly, for someone that, just like Venus saying, she doesn't even say she's black. I mean, how true is that? I mean, you said that, Venus, but where do you hear that from? Get on up here and tell us, or tell me where to find it. because I wanna know that for sure that that's what she said as I'm forming my opinions about her. Um, but now I'm just as scared for her because
Candy.
this is a black woman. How many, you know, and it's so funny because as of late, I've been seeing like, tell me if you guys have seen this, put in the chat. Like, I look at TikTok sometimes, not a big TikToker. I mainly see TikTok videos on YouTube when people repost them on YouTube. But there's so many things that people are getting out about having black women bosses, and they don't want to have black women bosses. And honestly, these are coming from younger black women, not sure what that's all about, acting like black women bosses are the worst to have. So, can you imagine the legions of people of all races that may work in the White House, probably predominantly Caucasian, having a quote unquote black boss, a black woman boss? I can imagine the disrespect that Obama was put through, and I can only imagine the disrespect that she will go through as a black woman.
Well, hell, all the
And as a
disrespect
black
she had.
woman married to a white man.
Yeah.
See, to some people, even though she doesn't have any children, her husband has children. Her husband was married previously. And look, let me do a little investigate on that. Tamika, where you at, girl?
I'm right here.
I'm looking. Let me look something up. Let's catch up on the comments real quick.
Okay. You stopped off at BAPS. Venus says Civil War, question mark, question mark. Katina said Project 25, we need to educate ourselves, and I agree with that. Gold Digger said, hey, sweet gold. She said he's diabolical for saying that. Venus said virtual signaling, dog whistle. I don't know what that means. Cat Eye said, yeah, yup, y'all have a sadistic side. Sorry, sis, it's true. I think she's talking about the Gemini. Gigi, hey Gigi, she said, laughing my ass off. They're always feeling this way. Katina said, I was too candy and I feel like that now. I do too. Gigi said, yes. Cat Eye said, I have two girls and boys. They are all Geminis. I was at Obama's first, y'all know that word, parade. I can't pronounce it right now. I'm a stutter. Bab says she said it herself. Dina said younger black woman. ... Gold Digger said, yes, Candy, I agree. The presidential office is a life or death sentence. You risk your life sitting in that office. Venus said quotes around the black. Cat Eyes put the boomerang thing.
Oh,
Bap said, Bap said they didn't even respect President Obama. They all addressed him as Obama. Yes, even the news stations and everything. They did not say President Obama. Venus says she looks South Asian. I'm just gonna hold my comment on her race and everything else because Katina said my question is how you vote for Trump when he doesn't respect black women, period. Venus said Venus said because older black women be abusive towards us in the workplace because we have to suffer like them. I don't think that's the truth though. Like I had older black supervisors and I had younger black supervisors. I feel like it just all depends on that person and what are you actually doing wrong and what are you actually doing right. Now with the young people, y'all think everything is supposed to be catered to you. So when you come into a workforce and you working with a whole lot of older people, where like we are looking at you like pull your weight. And
it's
it's the
about
manager's job
morals
to
and
correct
respect.
you.
Morals and
Well, that's
respect.
just my opinion, Candy. That was it of the comment.
Yeah. No, we need a actually. Honestly, when I said that, I've seen so many comments like that. We actually need to do a show on that. We really
Yeah,
do need to do a show on that.
definitely do. So after they done took church out the schools and being able to chastise your kids, they already had doomed our system already just from that. To where now the kids could call the police on their parents, and the police come and the police pow your kid or your mama. Like, this is what's been happening all this time since they made those laws. You can't study church in school. They ain't teaching you how to sign no checks. You don't know how to write in cursive. All this shit they put in plan for us, y'all. They seen we was getting too smart and was learning how to run our own companies and stuff like that on our own. The creativity that we have alone in our bodies, in our souls, they want it all. And they don't care if they can't get it, they just gonna take it from us.
Catch the rest of those, Tamika.
The next comment is the white men Republicans don't like. I'm guessing she mean don't like white women. They think everyone is below them. Gigi said no, Venus. Venus said two things can be true at once. That is so true. Miss Sharon said right heavy. Cat Eye said it depends on the person. Protect white women. Oh, respect white women. Sorry. There's a difference between pulling weight and being abusive. Can I say facts? Katina said, I'm scared for real. Ought to be. Um, in the most respectfulest way, Katina. That came out wrong, but yeah, we better be scared. Sharon said, I agree, Tita. Venus said, two things can be true at once, though. I didn't say anything about the black women that are respectful and nice and mentor a stern, tough love. Cat Eye said, don't be scared. Trust God, sis.
Oh, read that by MEP, because that's definitely true.
I got a phone call. Hold on.
Okay, I'll read it. So MEP said, realistically, they don't care about anyone but the people on their economic level. They just make everyone else attack each other. And that is true. I said it before when we were talking, we had a show where we were talking politics. It's like, Trump is the one, he catered to all those people all out in Kentucky in the coal mine towns that are all dilapidated. Nobody's there, no jobs. And he catered to them to make them feel like, oh, you the poor, you the working man, you the working, and we're going to do something for you just to get their vote. He ain't do nothing for them.
Yeah, just like
They make people infight, and then they try to protect the people that are rich so they can get, bailouts, handouts, tax breaks and things like that for them, not anybody else. Hey, Shamika.
Hey, Shamika.
Hey, Shamika.
Yep. Venus said they're all billionaires up in there just fighting. Yes, trying to protect each other and one up each other.
Hey, Candy, you think like the like I was saying, as far as him exciting riots and stuff like that, like the attempt on him, do you really think that cop, from what the way I'm thinking is, the cop was sending a signal, basically letting them know that he's with Trump, because Trump talking about some fight. You know what I'm saying? And because he was so adamant about pound her face, because that's how he almost got assassinated, is why he did that. Because I don't even understand why would he actually say those words and carry it out, and then like stop him, like, oh, that's a headshot. She's gone. You know what I'm saying? When you clearly see her breathing still. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to see it from
Hold on, you confused me a little bit, because you're tying the Trump assassination into the Massey shooting.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because
how do you think they tie into each other?
Like I said, from the when did his assassination attempt happen? What day was that? Because this happened with her on July the 6th.
Okay, so I believe that was just a week ago. It was on a Saturday.
Yeah, it wasn't this Saturday. It was last Saturday, correct? I could be wrong.
Yeah. Not the 9th, not the 20th, but I believe it was the 13th.
Okay,
Yeah.
so his
She died.
happened on the
She was
13th, but that
hers was
video,
on the 6th.
right? But
Andrew
the
happened on the
video
6th.
footage of them finding out that it was the cop was a week later, so that was around the same time. So they tried to cover it up, you know what I'm saying, just so it wouldn't look like nothing with the state. You got to know that Illinois is crooked as fuck as far as Springfield. That shit crooked as fuck. Period.
Wow. And
Straight
Gold
white
Digger said
supremacy
he
down
said
there.
it. Gold Digger said he would pow her in the face.
Exactly.
Well, this is just I don't honestly, it makes me so sad, you guys, that it makes me sad that I'm not more outraged. And it's not that I'm not outraged. I'm just immune to nothing's going to be done. So I know that it's not good for me to get up in arms about it. And that's sad. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? It happens so much.
Yeah, I understand it.
Nothing ever happens, and it happens all the time.
Right,
And
it's the
I'm
letdown
immune. It's like I'm immune to it, and we shouldn't be immune to things like this
at
happening.
all. It's all the way trauma. It's trauma for everybody. They trying to terrify all of us. Period. But like I said, we got to stand up together because this is ridiculous. It's very much out of hand, and it's
Yeah.
gonna keep getting worse. And especially if he get back in office, it's gonna be damn doomed for us. Period.
You know what? I have Tamika. How many of you guys ever watched the show
Yes.
Handmaid's Tale? We brought it up. Look, you ought to think about playing that.
What is it called? I didn't hear you.
Handmaid's Tale. This is where we're almost there, you guys. If Trump has this way, we're almost there. You got to check that show out.
Yes, Venus is just the beginning.
Yeah, it's just the beginning. And I'm so glad you guys understand where I'm coming from, because I don't even like how I even sound, me myself. I don't even like how I sound even talking about this, because I'm speaking like it's normal. But you guys, it has become the norm that things like this are going to happen and nothing is going to come of it. We already see, because we did a little investigating today, it's rare that anybody's going to go to jail for anything, and we should be outraged. When something like this happens, we should be outraged, and rightfully so. But the state of how things are, we know it's like we have to fight so hard for just a little bit of justice. Just a little bit of justice.
Well, hell, we still ain't getting no justice with this, because every cop that was out there on that scene that basically lied and told her parents and them that it was a robber that did it and all that, and they know that it was him from the call that he called in. Like, every last one of them should be in fucking jail. Every last one in that sheriff's county. Gone.
Venus said that Project 2025 is terrifying. It definitely is. And that's on the list. We're having a show about that, you guys. We got to deep dive into that. MEP said we need to start addressing these issues before it becomes an unaliving. We need to report every incident so that we have a paper trail. We definitely do. And this is what I don't understand. I want to know, and they better make it public for us too. They said that this guy with the Massey case, that this is his 6th police department in 4 years. That tells you right there he's problematic. Why would you even be allowed to unless you literally move state or you shouldn't be able to, because that's what they do, you guys. They get in trouble or they do something to someone where they at, they go to another state, go to another police department, and carry on and do the same thing there.
Yeah, but that's what they do in downstate Illinois. It's totally racist there. I worked 2 hours from Chicago in what is called, I forgot what fucking hick town it was. But I went there for 2 days. That second day, I'm like, I'm not going back. I quit my job. I walked off that job and drove all the way back 2 hours. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, I'm not finna be out here like this. Like, that's ridiculous. Them people are truly racist down there. But they
And look,
wonder why Chicago is in a ruck. They really want Chicago to be like the Springfield, the capital, but that's not the capital. Springfield is too small to be trying to say compare itself to Chicago of controlling Chicago, even though they the capital, but you got too many races down there, and you don't have that many races in Chicago like that. So it's a big difference. They not rolling with all that stuff down there. Yeah, Venus, the whole Illinois is crooked as fuck, but you know what I'm saying? It's a big difference when you're looking at the capital versus Chicago.
mm-mm-mm. This it's a lot. It's a lot to digest. I'm gonna get to a couple of these comments and then we're gonna get out of here. I honestly this is making me think about a lot of things. We got many more important discussions to have. It's gonna continue, for the rest. But let's get to this. Katina said, "Yes, Venus, we will be going backwards." Venus says he acting like he don't know them people writing that ish up, playing in his supporters' faces. It's messed up all around. Gigi says, "Yes, you was like me, speechless." MEP continues to say, "And for every incident, we need to file civil suits." Yep. Gold Digger says, "Yes, yes, yes, Candy. I've seen all the seasons. Religious takeover, kidnapping women, forcing them to have babies, running their own government." Yeah, it's getting to be. That's right. Gold Digger, he was fired from 5 police departments. So why would a 6th give him a chance? That is insane to me. That's
Especially to
insane to
be
me.
the sheriff, though. The sheriff deputy. What the fuck? Like, so you got the regular police,
Hey,
right?
Hottest
Then
Summer.
you
Hey,
got state
hottest.
troopers. Hey, hottest summer. And then you got the regular police, you got the state troopers, and then you got the county sheriffs. So you don't went from the lowest totem pole to the top, and you a fucking murderer? Like, this is crazy.
Mm-mm-mm. Sharon said, Tita, he was trying to say it was the neighbor because the neighbor in Massey had problems with. So he tried to blame the shooting on the neighbor?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Diabolical from the start.
But that's why I was trying to figure out, like, which cop it was that went outside and then came back in, because that's when he had time to turn off his camera. So the one that videotaped the whole thing, that his camera was still going,
Mm-hmm.
he the one that went outside. She was in the house with him alone. You know what I'm saying? He had
Mm-hmm.
time to cut off
AT.
his camera then. Because remember when he was in the backyard and walking through the yard and stuff, he had his camera on. So he intentionally did that shit from the beginning. Because there wasn't even no reason for them to go in her house to ask her about her ID and stuff for the car that she said it wasn't hers. Even if she lied and said it wasn't hers because the car wasn't registered or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Or she was a little confused or whatever it was, it still was no probable cause to go in her house and looking around in there and all that when she already said she heard something outside. She didn't say she heard somebody in her house. She called the
Yes. Why
police
aren't you
again
checking the
in front of y'all.
perimeter? Yeah, check the
Exactly.
perimeter. Check for what I called you for. Okay,
Exactly.
Hottest Summer said, this man, if the panel wants, has a whole episodes on Project 2025. If you all would like to go through the episode, we put the link in so we can get it ready. Yes, we're gonna start breaking this down so that everybody knows how important this is. Put it in there, you guys. Hey T. Oh my goodness. I don't know why you guys, I feel, look, somebody tell a joke, do something. I feel down. This has me feeling down. You put it in here? Okay, let me grab it so I can have it on the show. Okay, any last thoughts, Tita? Tamika?
What you think about Beyonce loaning that song to Kamala Harris?
She did. She said that she could have use of the song. That was very nice of her. But you know what? People gonna complain about that too. Oh, Beyonce over here. You know, they're gonna complain about any and every damn thing.
I'm complaining about it for the simple fact is you popped your head out just to say I'm doing something for the vice president. What about your damn husband and all these allegations and all this other stuff? Girl, go back. Don't nobody want to hear that fucking song.
Oh my goodness. Well, she did doing something for the cause.
Man, fuck that.
For the cause.
She just put the hoodoo on the cause. That's what I feel. She put that witch spell
Don't
on
say
the
that.
cause.
Don't say that. Don't
Yes,
say
the fuck she did. Oh, okay. You better pray for Kamala then, because I don't like that shit at all. You went straight ghost, and then you pop out and say, "Do what you want with the song." Yeah, what's the hidden message in the song, young lady?
Okay, Hottest, I'm trying to find the link for the you said you put it up already, so let me scroll up because I want to save this so we can all learn about this together. Do a little. Anybody see that link? Hottest put? Where you put it?
No, she didn't drop it in the chat. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think you can put links in the chat. Yeah, that's what it is. You may have put it in there, but I don't think it's gonna actually show.
Right, I don't think it do either.
Yeah, it don't actually show. So you can leave it on a comment. You can inbox me on Instagram. Send it to me, Candice907 to 210. So yeah, you guys, it's been a good show. It's been a heavy show though. Honestly, I need to go laugh at something.
Heavy.
Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, we're getting out of here for tonight, you guys. Tamika, give us an update on what's going on Twitch tonight.
We're playing Shamar Goes to School. Y'all said I want to laugh, but I already got it on my YouTube. If everybody want to go on my YouTube on a community post, it's the previews. You know, the Braxtons is about to come back out, so they dropped like a 10-minute preview. I do want to watch that. That's after Shamar Goes to School. And then I found another movie that I never heard about, but it got some good actors in it. So yeah, those three.
Okay, you guys, we're twitching, we heavy. What time are we starting? Now?
Yeah, we could start now. It is scheduled to 12 a.m. because I didn't know what time our show was going to end. But we could start soon after you get finished.
Okay, I got the name Hottest Two Tired Black Parents. Okay, I'm going to find it and save them now. You guys, it has been a wonderful show. It's a heavy show.
I'm not playing.
It's been a heavy show, but you know, we have to talk about this stuff. So I honestly, I'll have to get over it. If it's heavy, it's heavy, but we definitely got to know about everything that's going on so that we're prepared, you know. And I guess there's not much more to say on that. So we got to keep it going, you guys. I got to get myself out of this, you know, little bit of a dark place with this whole thing. This whole shooting thing really, you know, I was feeling like I was kind of immune, but I'm not. Yeah, you know what I meant. But I'm not, and I'm real. It's just real sad. It's just sad.
Well, Candy, I rebuke those feelings in the name of Jesus, and we gonna go out like that. That's what we gotta do. Rebuking it all.
Oh, and you guys, couple things. First of all, I forgot to remind you guys, hit the like button if you didn't hit it on your way in. Hit it on your way out. I appreciate you. And if you have a minute, leave a quick comment. Definitely appreciate it. It helps the channel, you guys. So thank you for that. And like the rest of the YouTubers say, it's free and it don't cost you nothing. So go and give me that like. And are you guys liking this is going to be our new time, you guys. 9:30 Central Standard Time. Now, you guys know we kind of had a disruption just because, you know, I got a new job and everything like that. Going to have a totally new schedule, things like that. And this time is going to work for our evening shows. And I'm still going to now, when I do morning shows, because we'll get back to doing morning shows, but it's not going to be as early. So you guys will have to tell me how you guys even feel about that, because I know before when we had the early shows, it kind of worked for people that were just getting off and things like that, and we're still up and just were in general early birds. But I will say the morning shows, when we bring them back, they won't be as early. So the morning shows are going to be like, they may be 10, something like that. Something like that. But this is going to be the new nighttime time slot. 9:30 Central Standard Time. And we're still going back and forth on the morning shows, but you guys will know when I get a final time set for that, okay? So just to give you guys some updates, all right? And I'll definitely will always put them on the community tab anyway, so everybody knows, okay? So thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for contributing to You Love This Time, Gold Digger. I'm so happy. You know, I had noticed, me and Tamika had noticed that a lot of you guys did kind of like the later shows. When we've had them a couple times, they like the shows. I do know that before, like before when I would do them, it kind of was at an odd time, because I would literally do the shows 10 minutes after I got off work, right? So we were doing them at like, I used to get off at 6:30. We were doing them at 6:40, you know, and I realized that time kind of, you know, it's kind of dinner time. People are getting in from work and things like that. So this is going to be a really good time. I think this is going to be a good time for us to all get together. And thank you guys once again for coming through tonight, having great conversation, much needed conversation. And we're definitely going to keep it going, you guys. We appreciate you guys for being here tonight, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye. See you over on the guys.
Later.
Yes. Thanks for letting me ramble, guys. Bye.